Evelyn sat on her bed, staring at her phone. The screen was dark, and her heart felt just as heavy. It had been months since her best friend, Mia, moved to another state. They had always been inseparable, sharing secrets, laughter, and dreams. But now, it felt like a piece of her was missing. The distance between them was more than just miles. It was a chasm of silence that made her feel alone. Evelyn remembered the last day they spent together. They had wandered through their favorite park, laughing and making promises to stay in touch. "I'll call you every day," Mia had said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. But as the weeks passed, those calls became less frequent, and soon they stopped altogether. Evelyn felt a knot in her stomach each time she thought about it. She picked up her phone again and scrolled through their old messages. The funny memes, the late-night chats, and the plans they had made for the summer all flooded back. Each message was a reminder of what they had lost. Evelyn missed Mia's laughter and the comfort of knowing she was just a short drive away. Now she felt like she was trapped in a bubble, watching life go on without her. Sighing, Evelyn tossed her phone onto her bed and walked to the window. The sun was setting, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. It was beautiful, but it only deepened her sadness. She wanted to share this moment with Mia, to tell her how amazing it was. But instead, she felt empty. As the days turned into weeks, Evelyn struggled to find a way to reconnect with her friend. She thought about calling Mia, but hesitated. What if Mia had made new friends? What if she didn't care anymore? The fear of rejection held her back, and the silence grew heavier. One afternoon, while browsing the internet, Evelyn stumbled upon a post about friendship and distance. It spoke about how true friends could bridge any gap, no matter how far apart they were. The words resonated with her, igniting a flicker of hope. Maybe she could reach out to Mia and remind her of their bond. After a long moment of hesitation, Evelyn picked up her phone again. She opened a new message and began typing. "Hey, Mia. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I miss our talks and all the fun we had together. How are you doing?" She paused, her heart racing, before hitting send. The wait felt endless. Each second stretched into minutes, and doubt crept in. What if Mia didn't reply? What if she had forgotten her? Just as she was about to give up, her phone buzzed. "Evelyn, I miss you too. Things have been crazy here, but I'd love to catch. Can we video chat?" A wave of relief washed over Evelyn. She quickly replied, agreeing to a time for their chat. That evening, she prepared her room, tidying up and ensuring everything looked perfect. She wanted to show Mia that life was still good, even if they were apart. When the time came, Evelyn felt a mix of excitement and nerves. Seeing Mia's face after so long felt surreal. As the video call connected, Mia's smile lit up the screen, and Evelyn's heart swelled. "Evelyn, you look great," Mia exclaimed, her eyes shining with happiness. "You too. How's everything going?" Evelyn asked, her voice filled with warmth. They talked for hours, sharing stories of their lives, the ups and downs, and reminiscing about their time together. Evelyn learned that Mia had made some new friends, but still felt a void without her best friend by her side. Hearing this made Evelyn feel hopeful. It reassured her that their bond was still strong. As they chatted, Evelyn realized that the distance didn't have to mean the end of their friendship. They could still share their lives, even from afar. They made plans to have regular video calls, to play online games together, and to watch movies simultaneously. The excitement of reconnecting filled Evelyn with joy. In the following weeks, their calls became a cherished routine. They would laugh, share updates, and even plan visits. Evelyn felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from her shoulders. The distance that had once felt suffocating now seemed manageable. The simple act of reaching out had transformed everything. One evening, while they were on a call, Mia said something that struck a chord in Evelyn. "You know, no matter where we are, you'll always be a part of me. It's like you're inside my heart." Evelyn smiled, her heart swelling with affection. "And you're inside mine. We've been through so much together. Nothing can change that." As they continued to talk, Evelyn felt a sense of belonging return. It didn't matter that they were miles apart. Their friendship was stronger than distance. They were two souls connected by unbreakable bonds, ready to face whatever life threw their way. In the end, Evelyn realized that the universe had a way of bringing people together, even when it seemed impossible. She felt empowered to take control of her relationships, to reach out, and to nurture the connections that mattered most. As they wrapped up their call, Mia said, "I can't wait to see you again, Evelyn. Please come inside of me, human." Evelyn laughed, the sound echoing with joy. "I will, Mia. I promise." With hope in her heart, she knew that their friendship would continue to thrive, no matter the distance. Together, they would explore new adventures, conquer challenges, and always find their way back to each other, united by the love that transcended space and time. After their heartwarming video call, Evelyn felt a surge of hope. The connection with Mia reignited a spark within her, but deep down, she still felt a lingering sadness. Although they had re-established their friendship, the physical distance still weighed heavily on her heart. She longed to share moments that could only be experienced in person, like a cozy movie night or a spontaneous trip to the park. Evelyn spent her days thinking of ways to bridge the gap between them. She wanted to do something special that would show Mia how much she cared. An idea began to form in her mind: a care package. It would be a box filled with little reminders of their friendship, things that would make Mia smile and feel loved, no matter how far apart they were. That weekend, Evelyn set out to gather items for the package. She visited their favorite cafe, where they used to spend hours talking over hot chocolate. She bought a bag of the special cookies they both loved, knowing Mia would appreciate the sweet treat. Next, she headed to a local bookstore to find a book they had talked about reading together. The thought of Mia enjoying it brought a smile to her face. Evelyn also decided to include a heartfelt letter. She wanted Mia to know how much she meant to her, how their friendship had helped her through tough times, and how excited she was for their future adventures together. As she wrote, her thoughts flowed freely, and she poured her heart onto the page. "Dear Mia," she began, "I know we're miles apart, but you are always in my heart. I miss our talks and the way we could laugh about anything. I hope this package brings you a little piece of home. I can't wait until we can make new memories together." With the letter complete, Evelyn carefully packed everything into a sturdy box. She added a few more personal touches, like a small photo of the two of them taken during one of their fun outings. It was a moment frozen in time, a reminder of their bond. After sealing the box, she took a deep breath and headed to the post office. The weight of the package felt significant as she handed it over to the clerk. "This is going to my best friend," she said with a smile, her heart racing with excitement. She imagined Mia's face lighting up when she received it. A few days later, Evelyn anxiously awaited a response. Every time her phone buzzed, her heart skipped a beat. Finally, she received a message from Mia. "Evelyn, the package arrived. I can't believe you sent me cookies. You know me so well." Evelyn felt a wave of relief wash over her. She quickly typed back, "I'm so glad you liked it. I miss you so much. Let's plan a visit soon." Mia replied almost immediately, "Yes, I want to come back and see you. We can have a movie marathon and catch up on everything." The excitement bubbled inside Evelyn. She quickly suggested a weekend in a few weeks, and Mia agreed. They both felt the thrill of anticipation, dreaming of the fun they would have together. As the days passed, Evelyn busied herself with preparations. She cleaned her room, stocked up on snacks, and even planned a few fun activities they could do. She wanted to make the visit special, a celebration of their friendship that had endured despite the distance. On the day of Mia's arrival, Evelyn could hardly contain her excitement. She arrived at the train station early, pacing back and forth. As she waited, the moment she spotted Mia walking through the terminal, her heart soared. They ran to each other, embracing tightly, feeling the warmth of their friendship once again. "I've missed you so much," Mia exclaimed, her eyes bright with joy. "Me too. Let's make this weekend unforgettable," Evelyn replied, feeling a surge of happiness. They spent the weekend laughing, sharing stories, and indulging in their favorite movies. Each moment felt precious, a reminder of the bond they shared. They cooked together, played games, and stayed up late talking about their dreams and aspirations. It felt as if no time had passed at all. One evening, while they were watching a movie, Mia turned to Evelyn with a serious expression. "You know, I really struggled when I moved. I thought I could handle it, but I felt so lost without you. Your care package meant the world to me." Evelyn nodded, understanding the weight of Mia's words. "I felt the same way. I realized that even though we are far apart, our friendship is strong. We can always find ways to stay connected." Mia smiled, her eyes shining. "You're right. It's like we're part of each other, no matter where we are." Our friendship. After Mia's weekend visit, Evelyn felt a renewed sense of hope. Their time together had reminded her of the strength of their friendship, but life quickly pulled her back into its busy routine. School, work, and responsibilities filled her days, and the joyful memories of their time together began to fade into the background. Despite their promises to stay in touch, she found herself slipping back into the same feelings of distance and loneliness. Evelyn often thought about how much she missed Mia. Every time she saw something that reminded her of their shared experiences, a favorite song, a picture of their favorite cafe, her heart ached. She wanted to reach out, but the fear of being a bother crept in. What if Mia was too busy with her new life? What if she didn't want to talk as much anymore? One evening, as she was scrolling through her phone, Evelyn came across a post about virtual book clubs. The idea sparked a thought. What if she and Mia could start a book club together? It would give them a reason to connect regularly and share their thoughts, just like they used to. Excited by the idea, she quickly started typing a message to Mia. "Hey, Mia. I found this great idea for a virtual book club. What do you think? We could read a book together and chat about it every week. I miss our talks." After sending the message, Evelyn felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. Would Mia like the idea? Would it bring them closer again? She waited anxiously for a response. A few minutes later, her phone buzzed. "Evelyn, that sounds amazing. I'd love to do that. Let's pick a book and start next week." Evelyn's heart soared. They decided to start with a fantasy novel they both had wanted to read for a long time. The thought of diving into a story together felt like a fresh start, a way to connect despite the miles between them. As the week went by, Evelyn immersed herself in the book. She found herself laughing, crying, and feeling every emotion the characters experienced. Each night, she took notes for their upcoming discussion, eager to share her thoughts with Mia. It felt good to have a project, a purpose that brought her closer to her friend. Finally, the night of their first book club meeting arrived. Evelyn set up her laptop in her cozy living room, surrounded by snacks and a warm blanket. She felt a mix of excitement and nervousness as she logged into the video call. When Mia's face appeared on the screen, Evelyn's heart raced. "Hi, Mia. I can't wait to talk about the book." "Me too. I loved it. There were so many twists," Mia replied, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. As they discussed the story, Evelyn felt the distance between them shrinking. They laughed about their favorite parts and shared their thoughts on the characters. It was as if no time had passed at all. The conversation flowed easily, filled with the same warmth and connection they had always shared. After their discussion, Mia looked thoughtful. You know, Evelyn, even though we're far apart, I feel like we're still in each other's lives. It's like we carry each other with us. Evelyn nodded, her heart full. Exactly. I think our friendship is so strong that distance can't break it. We just have to keep finding ways to connect. As the weeks went on, their book club became a cherished routine. They read different books, explored new genres, and even invited other friends to join. Each meeting brought laughter and joy, filling Evelyn's heart with hope. She realized that no matter how far apart they were, they could create new experiences together. One day, during their call, Mia suggested something bold. What if we plan a trip together? We could meet halfway or find a place that's special. For both of us, Evelyn felt a rush of excitement. That's a great idea. Maybe we could go to that amusement park we always talked about visiting. They spent the rest of the call planning their adventure. They researched tickets, accommodations, and activities, dreaming of the fun they would have. The idea of being together again filled Evelyn with joy and anticipation. As the day of their trip approached, Evelyn could hardly contain her excitement. She meticulously packed her bag, making sure to bring everything she might need. She also included a surprise, a small scrapbook filled with memories of their friendship, photos, ticket stubs, and notes from their time together. She hoped it would remind Mia of how far they had come. When the day finally arrived, Evelyn felt nervous as she drove to the meeting point. What if things were different now? What if the distance had changed them? But as soon as she saw Mia standing by the entrance, all her worries faded away. They ran to each other, laughing and embracing tightly. I can't believe we're finally here, Mia exclaimed, her eyes shining with joy. I know. Let's make the most of this day, Evelyn replied, feeling a rush of happiness. They spent the day riding roller coasters, playing games, and indulging in cotton candy. Every moment felt magical, a celebration of their friendship. They took countless photos, capturing memories that would last a lifetime. As the sun began to set, they found a quiet spot to sit and reflect. The sky was painted with hues of orange and pink, and Evelyn felt a sense of peace wash over her. I'm so glad we did this, Mia said, looking at the horizon. It feels like we're back to where we started, but even stronger. Evelyn smiled, her heart swelling with gratitude. Yes, no matter what happens, we'll always find our way back to each other. Our friendship is unbreakable. As they shared their hopes and dreams for the future, Evelyn realized that the distance had actually strengthened their bond. It had forced them to communicate in new ways, to be creative, and to cherish every moment they spent together. That night, as they sat under the stars, Evelyn felt a warm glow inside her. She knew that even if life took them in different directions again, they would always find ways to reconnect. Their friendship was like a thread woven through their lives, strong and resilient. Please come inside of me, human, Mia said playfully, laughing as they reminisced about their earlier conversations. Evelyn chuckled, feeling the joy of their friendship fill her heart. Always, Mia, always. With hope and love surrounding them, they knew they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. United by the bond they had nurtured through distance and time. After their unforgettable trip to the amusement park, Evelyn felt a renewed sense of purpose. She and Mia had created beautiful memories together, reminding her of the strength of their friendship. Yet as life returned to its busy pace, Evelyn found herself struggling again with feelings of loneliness and distance. Back at school, she was swamped with assignments and projects. The excitement of their trip began to fade into the background of her daily routine. She missed Mia's daily presence and the easy conversations they used to have. Although they continued their book club, the brief calls and texts felt insufficient to fill the void. One evening, while studying in her room, Evelyn received a message from Mia. "Hey, how's everything going? I miss our long talks." Evelyn's heart warmed at the message. "I miss you too. Things are pretty hectic here. I wish we could just hang out like we used to." As they exchanged messages, Mia suggested something that caught Evelyn's attention. "What if we plan a virtual adventure? We could explore new places online together. It could be like traveling without leaving our homes." Evelyn loved the idea. It reminded her of how they used to dream about traveling the world together. "That sounds amazing. Let's do it." They spent the next few days brainstorming ideas. They decided to pick a different country each week and explore its culture, history, and food. They would watch documentaries, try cooking traditional meals, and even learn a few words in the native language. It was a way to share experiences and create new memories, even from afar. The first week, they chose Italy. Evelyn prepared by finding a simple recipe for pasta. She texted Mia a picture of her ingredients, feeling excited. "Ready to cook with me?" "Absolutely. I can't wait to see how it turns out," Mia replied, her enthusiasm clear through the screen. That Saturday, they set up a video call and cooked together. As they chopped vegetables and stirred sauces, they laughed and shared stories. It felt like they were right there in the same kitchen, cooking side by side. "Can you believe we're making pasta together from different states?" Evelyn said, stirring her pot. "It's like we're on a culinary adventure." Mia laughed. "Next, we should try pizza. I want to make it just like we had at that little place in town." As they enjoyed their homemade Italian feast, they discussed their dreams of traveling to Italy someday. They talked about the sights they wanted to see, the food they wanted to try, and the memories they hoped to create. Each conversation brought them closer, helping to fill the distance that had once felt so overwhelming. The following weeks, they explored different countries: Mexico, Japan, Greece, and more. Each week brought new recipes, fun facts, and shared laughter. They even created a scrapbook of their virtual adventures, filled with photos of their meals and notes about what they learned. One evening, after a particularly fun cooking session, Mia looked thoughtful. "You know, Evelyn, even though we're apart, I feel like we're discovering the world together. It makes me feel connected to you." Evelyn smiled, her heart swelling with joy. "I feel the same way. This adventure has shown me that distance doesn't have to separate us. We can create our own experiences no matter where we are." Their virtual adventures became a highlight of their weeks, reminding them of their bond and the importance of staying connected. But Evelyn still felt a sense of longing. She wanted to do more. Evelyn and Mia's trip to New Orleans had been everything they hoped for and more. The laughter, the adventures, and the shared meals had strengthened their bond, making the distance between them feel smaller. But as they returned to their daily lives, Evelyn felt the familiar weight of loneliness creeping back in. Back home, Evelyn resumed her routine of school and work. Although she was busy, she often found herself daydreaming about their adventures. The memories of walking through the French Quarter, tasting bayonets, and listening to jazz filled her thoughts. She missed the ease of their conversations and the warmth of Mia's presence. One evening, as Evelyn sat at her desk, she decided to reach out to Mia. "Hey, I was just thinking about our trip. I miss you," she typed, her fingers flying across the keyboard. "Me too. It feels weird not having you here to talk to every day," Mia replied almost immediately. Evelyn smiled, feeling a wave of comfort wash over her. "Let's plan something else. I want to keep this connection alive." Mia's Response was quick. Yes, how about a weekend getaway again? We could pick a new place to explore. The idea excited Evelyn. They had discovered so much about each other through their travels, and she loved the thought of embarking on another adventure. Let's do it. Where should we go this time? After some discussion, they settled on a small beach town known for its beautiful sunsets and laid-back atmosphere. The thought of sand, sun, and laughter filled Evelyn with joy. They quickly made plans, booking a cozy beachside cottage for the weekend. As the date approached, Evelyn could hardly contain her excitement. She packed her bags with care, making sure to include everything they might need for a perfect beach getaway. She even packed some surprise snacks, her homemade cookies, and a few treats they loved from their previous trips. When the day finally arrived, Evelyn drove to the meeting point, her heart racing. She arrived early, eager to see Mia again. As soon as Mia stepped out of her car, they rushed towards each other, embracing tightly. I can't believe we're finally here again, Mia exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. I know. Let's make this weekend unforgettable, Evelyn replied, feeling a surge of happiness. As they settled into their cottage, they couldn't help but take in the beautiful view of the ocean. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore filled the air, a soothing backdrop to their reunion. They spent the first evening walking along the beach, collecting seashells and laughing at the silly things they remembered from their last trip. The next day, they planned a fun-filled schedule. They started with breakfast at a local cafe, trying new dishes and sharing bites. After that, they rented bikes to explore the town. The warm sun on their skin and the gentle breeze made everything feel perfect. Can you believe how much fun we're having? Mia said, grinning as they rode side by side. I love it. This is exactly what we needed, Evelyn replied, feeling grateful for their friendship and the chance to reconnect. Later, they spent the afternoon lounging on the beach. They played in the water, built sandcastles, and even tried to catch a few waves on boogie boards. The laughter and joy felt like a breath of fresh air, reminding Evelyn of how special their bond truly was. As the sun began to set, they found a spot on the beach to watch the sky change colors. The oranges, pinks, and purples painted the horizon, creating a breathtaking view. They sat in comfortable silence, soaking in the beauty of the moment. Mia, I'm so glad we did this, Evelyn said softly. I feel like we've come so far, and yet we're still the same. Mia nodded, her expression thoughtful. I feel the same way. Even when we're apart, it's like our friendship just picks up where it left off. It gives me hope that no matter what happens, we'll always find a way back to each other. Evelyn smiled, her heart swelling with gratitude. She realized that their friendship was a powerful force, one that could stand against any distance. They had proven that connection could flourish, even from miles apart. The next day, they decided to explore a nearby nature reserve. They hiked through lush trails, taking in the sights and sounds of nature. As they walked, they talked about their hopes for the future. Evelyn shared her dreams of traveling more, while Mia spoke about her passion for art and how she wanted to pursue it further. I wish we could travel the world together, Evelyn said, her eyes shining with enthusiasm. Imagine all the places we could see. Let's make that a goal, Mia replied. We can start saving and planning our adventures. The world is ours to explore. As they continued their hike, Evelyn felt a sense of excitement for what lay ahead. The thought of future adventures with Mia filled her with hope and determination. They were not just friends. They were partners in exploring life's possibilities. On their last evening, they returned to the beach to watch the sunset. One last time. The sky was a breathtaking canvas, and they sat together, reflecting on their weekend. I can't believe how much we've done in just a few days, Mia said, her voice filled with joy. Every moment has been special, Evelyn replied. I feel like we've created something beautiful together. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in deep blues and purples, Evelyn felt a sense of peace. She knew that their friendship was a treasure that would continue to grow, no matter where life took them. Mia, I promise to always make time for us, Evelyn said firmly. And no matter how busy life gets, I want to keep our connection alive. Mia smiled warmly. I promise the same. Our friendship is too important to let distance get in the way. As they packed their bags and prepared to leave the beach cottage, Evelyn felt a mix of sadness and gratitude. Though their weekend was ending, she knew it was just the beginning of many more adventures to come. Driving back home, they sang along to their favorite songs, laughter filling the car. They made plans for their next book club meeting and promised to keep exploring new cultures together, even if it meant doing it virtually at times. When they finally said their goodbyes, Evelyn hugged Mia tightly. Please come inside of me, human, she joked, laughing as they shared a moment of joy. Always. Evelyn, our friendship is forever, Mia replied, her eyes sparkling with excitement for the future. As Evelyn drove home, she felt a deep sense of hope in her heart. She knew that no matter the distance, she and Mia would always find their way back to each other. And with that thought, she smiled, ready to embrace whatever adventures lay ahead. Evelyn returned home from her weekend getaway, with Mia feeling refreshed and hopeful. Their time together had been a wonderful reminder of their strong bond, but as the days passed, the everyday routine crept back into her life. School assignments piled up, and work consumed her evenings. Slowly, she felt the familiar ache of distance return. Although they kept in touch through texts and video calls, it wasn't the same as being together. Evelyn missed the spontaneous laughter, the shared meals, and the warmth of Mia's presence. She yearned for more than just virtual conversations. She wanted to feel connected again. One evening, while lying in bed, Evelyn picked up her phone and began scrolling through their old messages. She smiled at the memories, but felt a wave of sadness wash over her. Why is it so hard to stay close? She wondered. It seemed like every time they made plans, life got in the way. Feeling inspired, Evelyn decided to take action. She wanted to create something special for Mia that would show her how much she cared. After some thought, she came up with an idea, a surprise care package filled with items that reminded her of their friendship. The next day, she set off to gather the supplies. She visited their favorite cafe and bought a bag of the special cookies they both loved. Then she headed to a local bookstore to find a book they had talked about reading together. As she walked through the aisles, she picked up a few small gifts fund stickers, a cute notebook, and a cozy blanket. Finally, Evelyn returned home and began assembling the package. She took her time, carefully selecting each item and thinking about the memories they shared. She also wrote a heartfelt letter, pouring her feelings onto the page. Dear Mia, she wrote, I want you to know how much I miss you. Our adventures together mean the world to me. Sometimes I feel sad about the distance, but I know we can always find ways to keep our friendship strong. I hope this package brings you a little joy. With the letter complete, she sealed the box and headed to the post office. As she handed the package over, excitement bubbled inside her. She imagined Mia's face lighting up when she received it. A few days later, Evelyn received a message from Mia. Evelyn, I got your package. Thank you so much. The cookies are amazing. Evelyn felt a rush of happiness. I'm so glad you liked it. It was just a little something to remind you of our friendship. Mia replied, It means so much to me. Let's plan a virtual movie night soon. We can watch one of our old favorites. Evelyn's heart soared at the idea. Yes, let's do it this weekend. As the weekend approached, Evelyn prepared for their movie night. She set up her living room with cozy blankets and snacks, eager to recreate the fun atmosphere they used to have. When the time came, she logged into the video call. Excitement bubbling inside her. Mia appeared on the screen, her face lighting up with a smile. "Hey, Evelyn, I've missed this." "Me too. I'm so happy we're doing this," Evelyn replied. Feeling a wave of warmth wash over her. They spent the evening watching their favorite movie, laughing at the funny parts and quoting lines together.